Have you ever wondered why some people turn their dreams into reality while others remain stuck, yearning for a life just out of reach? The secret isn't luck, talent, or circumstance. It's the bold act of embodying your future self today. Your mind doesn't distinguish between who you are now and who you consistently act to become. By stepping into the habits, mindset, and actions of your ideal self, you unlock a powerful force. Your subconscious begins to align your reality with your vision, creating opportunities where none existed before. Let's embark on a journey to discover how you can become the person you're destined to be. Not tomorrow, not someday, but starting now. The power of self-image. You are who you believe you are.
Picture this. Successful individuals stride into a room with purpose, speak with unshakable conviction, and radiate an energy that draws others in. This isn't some mystical gift. It's the result of a carefully crafted self-image. Here's a truth that can change everything. You will never rise above the vision you hold of yourself. Your self-image sets the ceiling for your achievements, relationships, and impact. So, when you look in the mirror, who do you see? Someone destined for greatness, or someone held back by doubt and fear? Your answer shapes your destiny more than any external factor. To ignite this transformation, start by defining your ideal self with vivid clarity. Don't just focus on achievements. Envision the character, the demeanor, the spirit of the person you want to become. How do they stand? How do they handle setbacks? What values guide their choices? Once you've painted this picture, act as if you're already that person. Make decisions as they would. Adopt their habits. Ask yourself, what would my future self do right now? Then with courage, do it, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. Consider Edmund Graves, a mid-level banker with dreams of revolutionizing finance. He didn't wait for a corner office to act like a leader. He invested in sharp suits on a modest salary, practiced articulate speech, and carried himself with the quiet confidence of an industry titan. Within 3 years, he was a regional director, not because his circumstances changed first, but because he did. People saw him as executive material long before his title caught up. Are you projecting the image of the person you aspire to be, or are you waiting for permission from the world to start acting the part?
The truth is, success flows to those who embody it before the world validates it. This isn't about faking it. It's about cultivating the qualities already within you, waiting to be unleashed. What single trait of your future self could you start embodying today? Maybe it's confidence in meetings, discipline in your mornings, or kindness in your interactions. Pick one and act on it now. The gap between who you are and who you want to be closes with every deliberate choice. The alchemy of daily habits, small actions, monumental results.
Let's talk about the astonishing power of a single day. 24 hours might seem trivial in the grand sweep of a lifetime, but each day holds the seeds of your destiny. The person you'll become in a year, 5 years, or a decade isn't shaped by rare, dramatic moments. It's forged by the small, consistent habits you practice daily. Every action you repeat strengthens neural pathways in your brain, making that behavior more automatic. This process is neutral. It'll cement mediocrity just as readily as excellence, depending on what you choose to practice.
Think of your habits as a river carving through stone, not through force, but through relentless persistence. Australian swimmer Margaret Thwaites learned this during the 1968 Olympic trials. Trailing her competitors, she didn't overhaul her technique. Instead, she arrived 30 minutes early to every practice for 11 months, dedicating that time to breathing exercises and mental rehearsal. Her teammates saw nothing remarkable, but those extra minutes transformed her from an alternate to a gold medal contender. What habit could you adopt tomorrow that aligns with your future self? Maybe it's reading 5 pages a day, walking for 10 minutes, or writing a single gratitude note. Start small, but start now.
The magic lies in consistency, not intensity. Most people abandon promising habits too soon, never reaching the point where compound interest kicks in. Success isn't about heroic bursts. It's about mundane actions done with extraordinary discipline. What's one small habit you could commit to for the next 90 days that would reshape your trajectory? Don't wait for motivation. Action creates momentum, not the other way around. Embracing discomfort, the gateway to growth.
Here's a truth many shy away from. Growth and comfort don't coexist.
Every dream you hold, whether it's a promotion, a business, or a deeper relationship, lies just beyond the edge of your comfort zone. The discomfort you avoid is the very catalyst that will transform you. British mountaineer Alistair Pennington learned this the hard way. Stuck in regional climbing competitions, he realized his fear of public failure kept him from tackling challenging routes. For 6 months, he deliberately chose anxiety-inducing climbs, enduring public struggles and setbacks. That discomfort expanded his skills and confidence, earning him a place among elite climbers. What discomfort are you avoiding? Public speaking? Starting a new venture? Having tough conversations? Growth demands that you lean into these challenges, not away from them. Start small. Speak up in a meeting, approach a new connection, or try a skill that intimidates you. Each step into discomfort expands your capacity, turning the terrifying into the routine. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's deciding that your growth matters more than your temporary unease. What's one small step you could take tomorrow to face a discomfort that's holding you back? Curating your environment. Surround yourself with excellence.
No one achieves greatness alone. Your environment, especially the people you surround yourself with, shapes your thoughts, decisions, and destiny. Your mind absorbs the attitudes and ambitions of those you spend the most time with, whether you realize it or not. Are your current circles pushing you toward excellence or pulling you into complacency? Be brutally honest. Do your closest associates challenge you to grow or reinforce your limitations?
To accelerate your transformation, deliberately seek out relationships with people who embody the qualities you aspire to. Find mentors who've walked your desired path, peers who share your drive, and even rivals who stretch your limits. Brazilian physicist Eleanor Hammond transformed her career by connecting with researchers in unrelated fields: astronomy, materials science, mathematics. 3 hours a week of cross-disciplinary discussions sparked ideas that revolutionized her work, establishing her as a pioneer. Who's one person you could connect with this week to elevate your environment? It might be a mentor, a peer, or even someone you admire from afar. Reach out with genuine curiosity, not just to gain, but to create mutual value.
The mastermind principle, uniting minds toward a shared goal, can amplify your progress. A single connection with someone operating at an extraordinary level can shift your trajectory more than dozens of mediocre associations. What relationship could you deepen or initiate to accelerate your growth? And which connection might you need to limit to remove an obstacle? Resilience. Through adversity, the forge of transformation. Adversity isn't just an obstacle. It's the fire that forges your future self. Every great achievement in history faced resistance, and your journey will be no different. The difference between those who succeed and those who stall lies in persistence. Brazilian footballer Renato Carvalho faced a career-ending injury, but instead of giving up, he endured 18 months of grueling rehabilitation. His relentless commitment not only restored his physical ability, but transformed his approach to the game, making him a legend.
What challenge are you facing right now that could become your greatest catalyst for growth? Reframe adversity as a strengthening mechanism, not a roadblock. Develop clear, compelling reasons for your transformation, reasons bigger than fleeting comfort. Create systems to navigate setbacks, accountability partners, regular reflection, or small, sustainable steps to keep moving forward. Persistence isn't blind stubbornness. It's staying committed to your goal while adapting your approach. What system could you put in place today to ensure you keep going, no matter what? Clarity of vision, your blueprint for success.
Exceptional people don't drift. They move with purpose because they know exactly who they're becoming. Without a clear vision, even the hardest work can lead nowhere. Italian architect Marco Visconti was stuck in a cycle of competent but uninspired designs until he spent 3 weeks defining his ideal future. The buildings he'd create, the collaborations he'd foster, the legacy he'd leave. That clarity led him to decline misaligned projects and pursue his vision, transforming him into a celebrated innovator within 14 months.
Take time to define your future self with precision. What skills will they master? What impact will they make? What values will guide them? Write it down, refine it, and let it guide your daily choices. Clarity isn't a one-time exercise, it's a practice. Revisit your vision regularly, visualize it vividly, and let it shape your actions. What aspect of your future self needs clearer definition today? Spend an hour this week sketching out that vision. It's the foundation of everything you'll achieve. From planning to action, the power of now society loves planners, but achievement belongs to doers. The gap between knowing and doing is where dreams stall. American publisher Lawrence Mitchell didn't wait for committee approval to acquire a promising manuscript. Within 6 hours of reading it, he negotiated terms and launched publicity, outpacing competitors and securing a bestseller. Action creates clarity that planning alone can't. What's one action you could take within the next 24 hours to move toward your future self? Don't wait for perfect conditions. Act now, even imperfectly. Submit that application, write that first paragraph, make that call. Feedback from action is worth more than endless preparation. What have you been over-planning that's ready for execution? Take one bold step today and watch momentum build, elevating your standards, rejecting good enough. Remarkable people don't settle for good enough. They set standards far beyond what's expected and hold themselves to them relentlessly. Japanese ceramic artist Hiroshi Tanaka destroyed 70% of his work for 11 months because it didn't meet his exacting vision, even if others praised it. That uncompromising standard transformed his craft, making him a legend. Where are you accepting adequate when excellence is possible?
Choose one area, your work, fitness, communication, and define a standard so clear it can be measured. Then stick to it, even when it's tempting to compromise. Expect resistance. It's a sign you're pushing past mediocrity. What standard could you elevate today to align with your future self? Create a system, public commitments, regular reviews to make sticking to it easier than slipping. Strategic relationships, your network, your net worth, your growth accelerates through the people you choose to connect with. Seek out 5 types of relationships. Mentors who've achieved your goals, peers who share your drive, students who learn from you, rivals who push you, and connectors who expand your reach. British physicist Eleanor Hammond's career soared when she built ties with diverse researchers, sparking innovations that redefined her field. Who's one person you could reach out to this week to build a transformative connection?
Approach relationships with authenticity, offering value before asking for it. Share resources, celebrate others' wins, or collaborate on shared goals. Small, consistent interactions build trust over time. What connection could you nurture to propel you toward your future self? And which might you need to step back from to stay on track? Integrating your worlds, authenticity and action. Extraordinary people don't wear different masks for work, home, or public life. They align their values across every domain, creating a powerful, authentic presence. Richard Harrington, a successful professional, felt unfulfilled until he applied his workplace creativity to his parenting and community life. That integration unlocked deeper fulfillment and unexpected professional breakthroughs. Where do your actions vary by context? Pick one core value, integrity, creativity, compassion, and practice it consistently, whether at work, home, or elsewhere. Expect some friction as others adjust, but this alignment will amplify your impact. What value could you express more consistently across your life starting today? Embracing challenge, the fuel of growth. Greatness thrives on challenge. Swedish industrialist Henrik Lindström avoided public speaking, limiting his company's growth. When he enrolled in an intensive communication program, enduring months of anxiety and failure, he not only mastered the skill, but expanded his confidence, unlocking international markets. What challenge are you dodging that's holding you back? Start with a small, manageable dose of discomfort. Share an idea, take a risk, learn something new. Build your tolerance gradually and watch your capacity grow. Discomfort isn't the enemy, it's the signal you're on the right path. What's one challenge you could face this week to stretch your limits? Disciplined consistency, the compound effect. Exceptional results come from relentless consistency, not sporadic effort. Indian musician Rajiv Mehta transformed his career by committing to 4 hours of daily practice, no matter the circumstances. That discipline led to breakthroughs that made him a legend. What's one behavior you could commit to daily for 90 days to reshape your future? Build systems to support consistency, simplify your environment, find accountability partners, or schedule your priority when your energy peaks. The results may take time, but they'll compound. What system could you create to ensure you stick with your chosen habit, rain or shine? Contribution over achievement, impact that lasts. True fulfillment comes from using your growth to serve others. Australian architect Margaret Wilson found purpose by designing educational facilities for underserved communities, not just chasing prestige. Her work not only fulfilled her, but redefined her field. How could your skills address a need beyond yourself? Look for small ways to contribute, mentor someone, share your expertise, solve a community problem. Aligning your growth with impact creates a cycle of motivation and meaning. What need in your world could your future self address starting now? Turning experience into wisdom, the art of reflection. Extraordinary people don't just collect experiences, they mine them for wisdom. Canadian business leader Thomas Reynolds outpaced peers by spending 30 minutes daily reflecting on his decisions, extracting lessons that sharpened his judgment. How often do you pause to learn from your experiences? Start a daily reflection practice. What did today teach you? What assumptions were challenged? How can you apply this tomorrow? Document your insights and review them weekly. This turns every moment into a growth opportunity. What lesson from this week could you capture and apply to accelerate your journey? Perpetual growth, the mindset of a lifelong learner. The greatest minds never stop evolving. English physicist William Harrington disrupted his comfortable expertise by studying unrelated fields, sparking breakthroughs that redefined his legacy. Where have you settled into competence instead of growth? Challenge yourself to explore beyond your current skills. Revisit fundamentals with fresh eyes, seek new perspectives, or tackle a bold project. Growth isn't a destination, it's a lifelong adventure. What's one way you could stretch beyond your comfort zone this month? Mastering your mind, the inner game of success.
Your internal world shapes your external reality. Canadian tennis champion Robert Mitchell transformed inconsistent performance by dedicating equal time to mental training, visualization, reset routines, reflection. The result? Unshakable resilience. What thought patterns hold you back? Practice mental management. Reframe setbacks as opportunities. Focus on what you control and align your thoughts with your values. Start with one technique, maybe 5 minutes of visualization daily, and build from there. What mental shift could you make today to embody your future self, directing your focus? The gateway to transformation. Your attention is your superpower. Brazilian entrepreneur Carlos Mendez tripled his business by ruthlessly focusing on 3 high-impact activities, delegating everything else. Where's your attention going? Audit your day. How much time goes to growth versus distraction? Design your environment to prioritize what matters. Mute notifications, schedule deep work, surround yourself with inspiring cues. What's one distraction you could eliminate this week to focus on your future self? Timing your growth. The art of strategic patience. Transformation requires both patience and urgency. Japanese martial artist Kenji Tanaka learned that some skills need time to mature, not just effort. By pacing his training, he unlocked abilities his peers couldn't match. Are you rushing what needs time or delaying what needs action? Assess your goals, which require steady investment and which demand a bold move now. Act decisively when opportunity knocks, but give complex skills room to grow. What's one area where strategic patience could unlock your potential? Creating unique value, the power of synthesis. The greatest contributions come from combining what others keep separate. By blending your unique skills, experiences, and perspectives, you create something new. How could you combine your strengths to solve a problem in a fresh way? Experiment with cross-pollination. Apply a work skill to a personal project or bring a hobby's creativity to your career. What unique combination could you explore this week to stand out? Building a legacy, impact beyond yourself. True greatness leaves a mark that outlasts you. Align your growth with a purpose that inspires, whether it's mentoring others, solving a societal problem, or creating something timeless. What legacy do you want to leave? Start small. Share your knowledge, volunteer your skills, or start a project with lasting impact. What's one step you could take this month to build toward that vision? This journey to your future self isn't a sprint. It's a lifelong adventure of small, deliberate choices. Start today with one habit, one discomfort, one connection, one reflection. Embody the person you're destined to become and watch your world transform. Who will you choose to be right now?